Have you ever wondered how the world's economic landscape was shaped by the events of World War II and the Cold War? The aftermath of World War II was like waking up to a harsh winter's day. Nations lay in ruins, economies were shattered, and the global financial system was in a state of near collapse. In this landscape of devastation, one country, however, emerged from the chaos relatively unscathed: the United States of America. While the rest of the world was licking its wounds, the United States was blossoming into an economic powerhouse. Its factories were intact, its workforce was ready, and its economic machinery was in full swing. As a beacon of hope amidst the ruin, the United States took the helm and began steering the global economy towards recovery. A key player in this economic revival was a green piece of paper adorned with the faces of past presidents, the US dollar. During the war, the dollar had become a stable and reliable form of currency. Countries devastated by the war lacked the economic stability to maintain their own currencies, and they began to lean on the dollar as a pillar of strength. And so, the US dollar started its journey from a national currency to a global one. The Bretton Woods Agreement of 1944 further solidified the dollar's position. This agreement, signed by 44 allied nations, established the US dollar as the world's major reserve currency. Countries began to peg their currencies to the dollar, and the dollar itself was tied to gold. This created a sense of stability and trust in the dollar, and it began to dominate global trade and finance. As the world recovered from the ashes of the war, the US dollar rose, setting the stage for an unprecedented global economic order. This was the birth of a new currency, one that would not only shape the economic landscape of the United States, but also the economic fate of the entire world. The stage was set, and the players were ready. The world was about to witness a new era of economic power struggle, one that would redefine boundaries and change the course of history. The Cold War wasn't just a political and military standoff, but also an economic battle. In the mid-20th century, the world was a stage for an unprecedented duel of ideologies, where capitalism, led by the United States, locked horns with communism, championed by the Soviet Union. This wasn't merely a clash of political beliefs, it was a contest of economic systems, a battle to determine the most efficient, prosperous, and sustainable model for society. The United States, a bastion of free market capitalism, championed individual freedom and private enterprise, with government intervention kept to a minimum. The economic boom of the post-World War II era, fueled by consumerism and technological advancement, projected the American dream to the rest of the world. On the other hand, the Soviet Union, under its planned economy, controlled production and distribution, with the state owning all means of production. The aim was to provide for everyone's needs equally, a utopian ideal that contrasted starkly with the capitalist system of the US. The economic competition between these two superpowers took many forms, two of the most notable being the space race and the arms race. The space race was a testament to technological and scientific prowess, a battle for supremacy in the final frontier. In contrast, the arms race was a dangerous dance of deterrence, with each side amassing weapons to discourage potential attacks, a chilling example of the economic resources poured into this contest of power. The United States and the Soviet Union, through their respective economic policies, aimed to demonstrate that their system was superior. The US showcased its economic might through consumer goods and technological innovations, while the Soviet Union pointed to its industrial growth and social programs as evidence of its system's success. Yet, as history unfolded, it became clear that these two systems could not coexist peacefully. The economic competition exacerbated political tensions, leading to proxy wars, espionage, and an ever-present threat of nuclear annihilation. The Cold War, while cold in military terms, was a heated economic battle that further solidified the US dollar's position in the world. The economic battleground of the Cold War era left a lasting impact on global economics, shaping the world as we know it today. The fall of the Soviet Union in 1991 marked a dramatic shift in global politics and economics. This monumental event didn't just redraw the geopolitical map, but it also triggered an economic upheaval that would significantly impact Russia and the other post-Soviet states. At the collapse of the Soviet Union, the shared economic system that had bound these states together was abruptly dismantled. This sudden void left economies in disarray and a population grappling with uncertainty. The transition from a centrally planned economy to a market-oriented one was fraught with challenges. Hyperinflation, widespread corruption, and a sharp decline in living standards were some of the immediate repercussions that underscored the enormity of this transition. In the midst of this chaos, Russia embarked on a journey of economic reforms. The Russian ruble, once a symbol of the Soviet Union's power, was now the currency of a new nation striving to find its economic footing. The government initiated a series of reforms aimed at stabilizing the economy and fostering growth. These included the liberalization of prices, the privatization of state-owned enterprises, and the implementation of a tight monetary policy to combat inflation. However, the road to economic recovery was long and arduous. The transition to a market economy was far from smooth, with the country experiencing a deep recession and widespread poverty. Yet, despite these hardships, Russia persevered. Over the years, the economy gradually stabilized and began to show signs of growth. The Russian ruble slowly regained its strength, becoming a symbol of Russia's resilience and its determination to carve out a new economic identity. In the economic chaos that followed the fall of the Soviet Union, Russia emerged with a new currency and a new economic identity. The journey was fraught with challenges, but it also showcased the indomitable spirit of a nation determined to rise from the ashes of its past. This chapter in history serves as a testament to Russia's resilience and its ongoing journey towards economic prosperity. In the shadow of Russia and the West, Ukraine has had a turbulent economic journey. A nation born from the ashes of the Soviet Union, Ukraine has been caught in a tug-of-war of influence between Russia and the West, with its economy hanging in the balance. In the early days of independence, Ukraine found itself in a state of economic shock. The transition from a planned economy to a market economy was anything but smooth. Hyperinflation, unemployment, and a significant drop in living standards marked this tumultuous period. Yet, despite these struggles, Ukraine proved its mettle. The country's rich agricultural and industrial sectors, combined with its strategic location, offered a beacon of potential. Turning towards the West, Ukraine sought to foster closer economic ties with Europe. The European Union became an attractive trading partner, promising access to a large and prosperous market. Ukraine's exports, ranging from machinery to grains, found their way to European countries, fueling the country's economic growth. However, the relationship with Russia remained complex. Russia, a historical ally and a significant trade partner, wielded substantial economic influence over Ukraine. From disputes over natural gas prices to trade embargoes, economic ties with Russia were fraught with challenges. Yet, these ties also offered opportunities, such as access to the vast Russian market and the Commonwealth of Independent States. In recent years, Ukraine has faced a new set of challenges. Political instability, conflict, and corruption have posed threats to economic progress. Yet through resilience and reform, Ukraine continues to persevere. The country has embarked on a path of economic reforms, aiming to strengthen its economy and reduce dependence on any single partner. Ukraine, caught between Russia and the West, continues to navigate its complex economic path. Striving for a balance between its historical ties and future aspirations, Ukraine stands as a testament to a nation's ability to endure and evolve amidst economic and geopolitical pressures. The economic legacy of World War II and the Cold War continues to shape our world today. These monumental events, steeped in the struggle for power and the pursuit of ideological supremacy, have carved out indelible paths in the economic landscape of our globe. In the aftermath of World War II, the United States and the Soviet Union emerged as superpowers, their economic models setting the tone for nations worldwide. The United States, with its capitalist market economy, and the Soviet Union, with its state-controlled system, were at opposite ends of the spectrum. This dichotomy sparked a global economic divide that still resonates today. The collapse of the Soviet Union marked the end of the Cold War, but not the end of its economic impact. The newly formed Russian Federation inherited a centrally planned economy that was in shambles, leading to a tumultuous transition to a market economy. Meanwhile, Ukraine, caught in the crossfire, has had to navigate its own intricate path, balancing its economic ties with both Russia and the West. As we turn our gaze towards the future, we can't ignore the rise of new economic powers. China, with its unique blend of state capitalism and market forces, is challenging the economic norms established in the aftermath of World War II. Other emerging economies, such as India and Brazil, are also beginning to assert their presence on the global stage. These shifts in power dynamics present both challenges and opportunities. As we grapple with economic inequality, climate change, and technological disruption, the lessons of the past serve as a guide. They remind us that economic models are not static, but evolve in response to political, social, and environmental pressures. As we look to the future, we are reminded that the echoes of our past continue to reverberate in our present, shaping the economic landscape of tomorrow. The legacy of World War II and the Cold War, the rise and fall of superpowers, the emergence of new economies, all these threads are woven into the intricate tapestry of global economics, a tapestry that is still being woven today.